It's normal to feel quite anxious right now, and it's quite a long wait, and we have so much to think about. But let's think about all of the things that you can do in this time.
Counsellor at Wholeness and Wellness Counselling Services, Trishsanna Poyah-Rasul, says now is the best time to have conversations with your child on activities they would like to do.
We have so much free time. What would you like to do? So trying to get them to tap into that leisure, that pleasure part of the brain, because they've been working so hard realistically leading up to the exam. So helping them to refocus on the other aspects of their lives. Because remember, an exam is quite an academic thing. Not all children are academically inclined, and that's the way it should be. We all have different skills.
How can parents support their child on the day of the SEA results?
So if results aren't favorable, I guess it's important to, again, for parents to check in with themselves, check in with their own anxiety, check in with their own disappointment, um, understand how that disappointment might impact the way they deal with others, and try to manage that. Because in this moment, if you're interacting with your child, it should be about their feelings, not yours, right? Because this is their big moment of maybe experiencing the first big disappointment in their life. So we should be in a space to manage that.
But if you, as the parent, cannot cope in the moment, she shares these tips.
And if you do think you're not in that space to manage that, then don't have that interaction with them, because we don't want to put our own stuff on them, right? Maybe have another parent have that interaction with them, or maybe ask them, can we do this, in an hour, or can we talk about it in an hour, so that you have the time to go away now and deal with your own disappointment. Maybe check in with a friend or a colleague or a family member who might be able to talk this through for you, talk this through with you. Maybe have a moment where you sit for an hour and listen to music.
She says in your interaction with your child, it's important to normalize whatever disappointment they're experiencing.
Try to focus the conversation on, this has happened. It's not as favorable as we would like it to be. How do we move forward from that? Hearing what they want to do. Do they want to go to the school that they got through for and maybe transfer in a year? Or do they want to go in and try to function in that school? Just be open to those conversations.
Ms. Poyah-Rasul says there's still much to celebrate.
Celebrate the fact that they got through the exam as well, and they got to the other side of it, and they're experiencing a really difficult thing. Carry them out for ice cream. Don't deny that, or don't just celebrate if they've passed for their first choice.
Now, she says, is the time to prepare the students for their new journey at secondary school.
That transition from the primary school, where you are, kind of treated as a child, to high school, where you're treated as more of a teenager and there's a lot more autonomy. So kind of having these conversations about, you have to study on your own. You might have to study on your own. If you do need help with that, I'm here.
Ms. Poyah-Rasul stresses that parents must also keep in mind that this preteen stage is also difficult as the children are growing and developing as they begin puberty. I'm Mahalia Joseph-Wharton, keeping tabs on your inner circle.